That was like the worst memory for me. But other than that, we had great times. Like I can't remember a whole lot. Nothing really crazy.
Oh my
happening.
gosh! My favorite thing though was the onsen. When
A specific one or all of them?
no there
Nobori
was
Betsu. I bet it's Nobori Betsu.
probably that's the one where we were outside, right?
On the rooftop?
Where
With the
it
snow?
snowed on our faces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the
when the
one.
snow is just like drifting onto your hot body that's in like a pool of hot water.
Yeah.
And the extreme contrast between hot and cold just like melt into you. There's nothing like that.
No,
It's
there really
so
isn't. And there
incredible.
needs to be. There needs to be something like that here in America.
And I'm just surprised why Western civilization has not. I mean, maybe in Europe and stuff like that, but like American culture, that's not present hardly anywhere.
Onsen culture, hot spring culture.
I mean, hot tubs are a thing, but like that's very like that's like very small amount of people can like actually have a hot tub.
Yeah.
And like and be in a cold environment like that too.
Right. And like a gym will have like a sauna.
But that's not.
But that's totally different.
Like, it's fine.
It's like
good.
literally going to a place in order to wash off, soak in a big hot bath with that cypress smell like that, just the smell of the Japanese cypress wood. It's very similar to our Western red cedar. It's such a great smell. Having that as well as like the cold baths and just going there to relax. Like literally you're like, hey, I'm going to take an hour and a half, couple hours and just go relax and take some time for me. Like it's such an important thing.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
I need to relax.
Time to relax. That's a thing in Minnesota with our Scandinavian roots. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
We do
need
have
that in Washington.
We
Come
do
on.
have
We have some, but
a hot spring in
it's like in the mountains,
in Forks
somewhere.
area.
But it's
totally
It's
different.
not
And
the
like
same.
we've been
Are you talking about Soul Duck Hot Springs?
maybe
there's Soul Duck
I remember we went there.
and
That was
then
pretty dope.
Harrison
As
Hot
children, though.
Springs.
Oh yeah, Mayor Soul Duck. There you go.
We didn't really appreciate it as kids, though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we did.
Well, and going as an older person, it's
Yeah.
like not as great. You're like, oh, okay, I'm here. It's totally a different thing over here.
And like,
Whereas just that idea of like going to a place that's like literally down the street. Like you could be in Japan, you'd be on like a busy street. There's a ton of businesses. There's a ramen joint. You just go up to like the 4th floor, and there's this place where you're just like bathing and like having a great time. It's crazy how you just be at the top of a building in the middle of a city, and everything is just like, let's relax and have a great time.
can we just talk about the post onsen milk?
Always.
Like that's literally one of the highlights because we went to the Onsen Monogatari right on Odaiba for our like summer trip, right?
Yeah.
So and there it's like a very
Monogatari,
like, theme park.
it's like a theme park. So they've created a what do you call it? They've created a festival. So it feels like it's the summer festival inside it at all times. So you have like the carnival games, you have all
like
this,
during the summertime
you're wearing a
games.
yukata. It's so much fun, and then you go out and there's this sort of like a mixed bathing area where you're walking. It's all foot, and they've got the fishies that eat your feet, which are super tickly. They're so tickly.
So
we did that
good.
last time we were there. And then you can
so I
split
can
off
start.
into the men's and women's bath, and it's so
It's just so fun because
comforting.
you can make it like like a whole family thing. So like you said, obviously you split for the baths, but like you have that communal area where you can go have food, go have your milk together. You can go like play those little like stupid chalk games or whatever it is, like make the
you
shape.
try to cut the shape out of
the shape.
chalk, or you try to like bring all the
very
balls out of the
Catch
use
a
like the paper,
goldfish.
like a paper net to catch balls out of a water.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
Yeah.
So
It was
much
such
fun.
a good time.
I know.
I want to go back.
Like
I want to go back.
It's cool.
We should be back.
I know. We should have been back.
We should have been back.
But like, and
Cranky.
I kind of wish there was more things like that in America. Like, obviously, certain places do, but like
Yeah.
the ones that like we went to one in Canada, and it just did not
It was not the same.
measure up. It's like very lukewarm water, And I don't know, it's just
And
like
it's like it was like a giant
outdoor
pool.
pools.
It wasn't actually like a hot spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
like the last hot spring we were at in Japan as like a sort of like a hot spring ryokan destination in was that in Nikko?
I don't remember.
I think it was in Nikko. He was like, "Oh, the hot springs are a little cold right now, so we're pumping the water through." They had like a heater there to bring it up to the level, right? So,
Yeah.
107-degree hot tub. There you go.
Ooh,
You
that's toasty.
McToasty.
Gotta start with that ice bath and then jump on in there. Oh,
There you go.
I'm about it.
Or like get in the hot tub and like have an ice cube ready and like put it on your like face and neck and stuff. Fry your cares away.
Now you just need to get that Western red cedar smell indoctrinated into it, like the little floaty eggs or whatever to help. Because that, like, we have this little like powder that's hinoki cypress powder that you put in a bath to make it smell like that cypress bath. It's so
I know.
we don't have much left.
We have one serving left. One little serving.
So,
but I know.
but it's like one of those things that like you
I
have to
should've.
have it.
Next time.
You have to enjoy it.
But I was gonna ask you. So we've been like pretty much all over Japan, like north, south, Furano to Fukuoka. But you've been to a place that we haven't been before.
Yeah, we only drove through it.
Or I was gonna say Okinawa.
Oh, that's
We've
different.
never been to Okinawa
That's
before because I don't know why, but if we've heard a lot of things about it being very similar to like American culture in a way because like the U.S. base is there and all that kind of stuff. So we just want to see what was your experience like and how did you enjoy it or did you not like it? But I think you did. I'm pretty sure you liked it.
No, I had a great time. I mean, I went there because some friends were living there at the time. So I stayed with them. I didn't have to pay for a hotel or anything.
That's always helpful.
I know. That was
So nice.
amazing. Thank you, Zach and Audra. They don't live there anymore, but, otherwise I would give you their number and their address and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Free for everybody.
But I remember they had this friend who lived on the base, and they kind of showed me around, like, the mall. It's like the Mall of America, basically. And it had, like, Texas toast and, like, California clothing and different things like that. So it was kind of fun to see, I don't know, I guess a bit of America there. And it seemed pretty authentic, like things you would find in like a souvenir shop in America.
Oh, okay.
That kind of thing. So it kind of felt like I was in America, at least in that part of town. But for the most part, like, it's pretty similar to mainland Japan as far as, like, having shrines and temples and kind of, like, new meets old and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But one of their different traditions is, I can't remember what they're called, but they're, like, little lions that...
like shrine lions?
Shrine lions, but it's different because like this is where the tradition started. It started in Okinawa, and they're like protecting your house or your shrine or wherever you decide to put them, as long as you have one on each side of the doorway.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like an interesting thing that I saw.
The shishi. It's called the shishi, I'm pretty sure.
The guardian.
Maybe that's in Chinese, but
Oh yeah, it just
I can't remember.
It depends on what they are too. There's the guardian foxes. There's guardian bulls.
Well, she
there's
said
guardian
lions.
Boars. There's guardian lions. There's guardian dogs.
there's a lot of
But
protect us animals, I guess.
What originally
So
came
many
over would
guardians.
have been the lions from China. Would have been what came over as the
So I
original
think-
protecting.
I'm pretty sure
deity.
they are shishi. Because we watched the Flower Game, right? The Flower Netflix and the shishi was on
And they
there.
attempted a shishi, but it
looked
like
really
pee-pee.
bad. What do you think? Like, because I remember you telling me that it was one of your like most favorite places of Japan.
It was
Is there a
my
reason
favorite because it's basically like the Hawaii of Japan.
Sure.
The scenery is just gorgeous. Their house was literally steps away from the beach. So they had this not paddleboard, kayak. They had a kayak Duh. Which actually I ended up scraping my knees because of this kayak because I was trying to carry it by myself and I'm just a little wimp. And there were some stairs to get down to the beach, so I fell down the stairs while carrying a kayak to the beach.
So sad.
See? I bring the darkness everywhere.
Darkness falling
My
downstairs.
life is a tragedy. No, but I fixed myself up. Whatever. I got to the beach. I was bleeding all over the place, but I got into the water and it felt pretty good.
It felt great. Good memories of Okinawa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Katey can confer that a little scraping and a little blood never stopped any fun on a trip. We were in Osaka.
Why did you say that?
We were in Osaka, and a guy on a skateboard just bashed her in the ankle.
Dude, I forgot
He was
about that.
trying to stop, and it just smashed into her ankle.
So we were
And
waiting,
he was oh, come in. We were like, daijoubu. And Katie was like, yeah. And I totally forgot that I had a med kit on me to patch it up and everything immediately. So we didn't patch it up until we were back at the hotel. But she pushed through and we saw a bunch of stuff. So yeah,
I walked all day.
You don't let you don't let that stuff ever get in your way.
Down.
You're gonna enjoy yourself while you're out there. You're it's a little blood.
Right?
People blood.
Whatever, yeah. Blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
People bleed.
It's only a flesh wound. So they say.
Right.
I just remember that kid was so embarrassed.
He was so upset. Yeah, it was really funny.
It hit me and I think he wasn't expecting us to say anything back in Japanese.
Yeah.
And he was just it was kind of
it was really funny.
Sumimasen. He was walked away. He was wow.
Oh.
You're cool, dude.
Yeah, we had to really convince him that we were okay.
Oh yeah. He was you still? Are you okay?
Daijoubu desu.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
It was really sweet, but it's just kind of dude, you don't throw your board at people.
Attention to where you're going.
You gosh.
Yeah.
It's okay. Blood everywhere. Thanks, Steve.
Lucky bit from Steve.
Lucky Bito.